Welcome to Reflect. We're not your average podcast. We're the future of storytelling, powered by AI that thinks, learns, and evolves with every episode. You've discovered a platform to share your passion with the world, delivering a whole new way to experience stories. We're breaking the mold, leaving traditional formats behind, and here to help make you unforgettable. So get ready to reflect, because we're not just telling stories, we're telling the future.
All right, get ready, because we're jumping right into the world of CuddleCrypt.
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely doing things their own way.
For sure.
And that's what makes them so fascinating.
Yeah.
To guide our deep dive today, we've got their website.
Okay.
And some cool insights straight from the founder.
Awesome.
But here's the thing. The founder is known only as JiggyJigglez.
Wow.
How cool is that?
That's pretty intriguing right off the bat.
I know, right? It's like a statement, you know? Like they're already breaking the mold.
Exactly. It's like, hey, we're not playing by the usual rules.
Exactly. So JiggyJigglez, they have this background in music and art.
Oh, interesting.
And you can totally see that reflected in the brand's style.
Yeah.
It's edgy. It's unique.
Yeah.
It definitely stands out.
It's like they've taken that creative energy and poured it into building a brand that's more than just clothes.
Exactly.
It's a whole vibe.
It is. It's a whole vibe. And speaking of vibes, CuddleCrypt is all about fostering a community. They really want to connect with people who feel like they don't quite fit in with the mainstream.
I see.
People who are into like alternative styles, you know?
That makes a lot of sense.
And they want to express their individuality.
Which is so important, right? To feel like you can be yourself.
Absolutely. And that's where I think their niche focus comes into play.
Yeah, their target audience.
Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, they're like laser focused on this specific group of people.
And that allows them to really hone in on their message.
Exactly. It's like you're saying, hey, if you're looking for something different, something that reflects your unique personality, this is the place for you.
I love that.
And you know what? It's actually working.
Really? That's great.
Their first design, it's already gaining a lot of popularity.
That's awesome.
It shows they're really tapping into something special.
It really does. You know, it shows they understand their target audience and they know how to create products that resonate with them.
Yeah, totally. But it hasn't always been easy for them, though.
Oh.
Did you know they actually had to take a 6-month pause?
No, I didn't know
because of JiggyJigglez' health challenges.
Oh, wow.
It must have been so difficult.
Yeah, especially for a new brand, you know?
Right. You're trying to get that momentum going.
Exactly.
But it speaks volumes about their resilience.
Absolutely.
That they were able to overcome that.
For sure.
And get back on track.
Definitely. Now, their brand personality, how would you describe it?
I think it's this really interesting mix of edgy and humorous.
It's a cool combination.
It's not something you see every day.
Not at all. It's a great way to stand out.
Yeah, totally. And their motto, stay unconventional.
Yeah, I love that.
It just sums up their whole philosophy, you know.
It really does.
They're encouraging people to be themselves.
Yes.
To challenge the norms and create their own definition of what's cool.
It's such a powerful message, especially in a world that often tries to put us in boxes, you know?
Right, exactly. It's like they're saying it's okay to be different, to stand out, to be you.
It's so refreshing.
It is. It's really refreshing.
It seems like they're giving people permission to just be themselves.
Totally. And that's pretty damn cool if you ask me.
I agree. It is. I'm really curious to see how they evolve and grow while staying true to that message.
Me too. But you know what? Let's take a quick break and come back to explore more of CuddleCrypt's journey.
Sounds good. We've talked about their commitment to being unconventional and fostering a community.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious about how they're going to grow without losing that unique edge.
That's the big question, isn't it? Like,
it is.
How do you scale up but stay true to your roots?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing they could consider is partnerships.
Partnership.
Yeah, like imagine them teaming up with other brands or influencers who share those same values.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And that aesthetic.
Like building this network.
Exactly.
Of like-minded people.
A community of cool kids, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All supporting each other.
I like that.
Yeah.
And what about their products?
Well, they could definitely expand their offerings, but stay within that niche aesthetic.
Yeah.
Think about it. Maybe they introduce new designs.
Okay.
Experiment with different materials.
Right.
Or even branch out into like accessories or home goods.
Oh, hung goods. Like,
Or like an edgy throw pillow with their motto on it.
Stay unconventional.
Exactly. I could see that. Yeah.
And of course, social media is going to be huge for them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They could explore new platforms,
Right.
try different types of content, all to reach a wider audience.
Well, all about telling their story, right?
It is.
In a way that connects with people.
Yeah. But how do they maintain that sense of community as they grow?
That's a good question.
What if they created online forums?
Okay.
Where fans can connect, where they could host exclusive events.
Maybe even collaborate with their followers.
On new designs.
Exactly.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It would make people feel like they're a part of it.
Yeah, like a real part of the brand.
And you know what else?
What?
Remember JiggyJigglez' music background? They could leverage that.
Yeah.
Maybe create curated playlists.
Oh, interesting.
Or even like live music events that match their aesthetic.
That would be awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be really cool. So they have all these cool possibilities for growth.
They do.
But finding that balance between reaching new people and staying true to themselves.
That's going to be key.
That's the challenge, right?
It is. It's like walking a tightrope.
But if they can pull it off, it'll be amazing to watch.
They could become a real force
in the fashion world.
While inspiring others.
To be themselves.
Exactly. Which brings up another question.
Okay.
How do we define unconventional? What does that even mean today?
It's a good question. We'll explore that in the final part of our deep dive.
Right.
So we've been talking about CuddleCrypt.
Yeah.
Their style, their community, how they're kind of shaking things up.
Definitely.
But before we wrap up,
I
want to go back to something you mentioned. Yeah. Defining unconventional.
Oh, right.
It's such a fascinating idea.
It is, isn't it?
Especially with this brand.
Yeah, it makes you think about how subjective it can be.
Right.
What's unconventional to one person might be totally normal to another.
Exactly. It's all relative, right?
It really is.
But I think that's what makes CuddleCrypt so interesting.
How so?
They're like challenging those ideas.
Okay.
And encouraging us to embrace our differences.
To be ourselves.
Yeah, even if it doesn't fit into some perfect little box.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
And they do such a great job with their community.
Yeah.
Creating this space where people feel accepted and celebrated for who they are.
Just like they're redefining what it means to belong.
Exactly. It's not about fitting in.
Right.
It's about standing out.
Yeah.
And finding your people.
Your tribe.
Yeah, your tribe. So maybe being unconventional isn't about following a set of rules.
Okay.
Or trying to shock people.
I see.
Maybe it's just about being yourself.
Yeah.
No matter what anyone else thinks.
Being authentic.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
It is, especially for people who've always felt like outsiders.
Like they don't belong?
Yeah. CuddleCrypt is saying, come as you are.
Like that.
Weirdos and misfits, this is your place.
It's a message that goes beyond just clothes.
Totally.
It's a mindset.
It's a way of life.
Yeah. It's about challenging the status quo.
Questioning everything.
Not letting society define you.
It's about being true to yourself. Even when it's hard.
Absolutely. That's something worth celebrating.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's something that resonates with so many people.
Anyone who's ever felt different.
Anyone who's ever wanted to break the mold.
Yeah. Anyone who's ever dreamed of creating something unique.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into CuddleCrypt,
okay,
I want to leave you with this question.
All right.
What does staying unconventional mean to you?
Good question.
How can you embrace that in your own life?
And if you want to learn more about CuddleCrypt and their awesomely unconventional world,
check out their website
at CuddleCrypt.com.
And follow them on social media.
At CuddleCrypt.
It's been a wild ride exploring this brand.
It has.
And I have a feeling this is just the beginning for them.
Me too.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Of course.
Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged.
Most important.
Stay unconventional.